List. I'm your host, Pete Mitchell. I'm here with my great co-host,
Hello, people.
Hannah. We're here today for What's Next, the show where we help you figure out what to watch next. On today's show, we have Civil War and we have Back to Black.
Oh.
But before we begin, let us tell the viewers and the listeners what they should do.
Pretty please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Leave a comment down below any of your feedback and the movies you're watching this week.
Feedback on movies you're watching. Hit the notification button and you'll get great content like this one, including we interrupt regular programming where I reviewed Fallout, Sugar, and Robert Downey Jr.'s new show, The Sympathizer.
Yes.
He plays a CIA agent.
Mm.
It's Strauss.
It's Strauss.
Let's get on to today's show, Hen.
Mm-hmm.
And the first movie we're going to review today is Civil War.
Okay.
Directed by Alex Garland,
Yes.
who directed Ex Machina, Men. He also wrote 28 Days Later. Stars Kirsten Dunst, Stephen McKinley Henderson, Kaylee Spaney from Priscilla. I think this is the best movie so far. Why do I think that? I've seen 67 movies this year, and this is the reason why.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you go.
It's a movie about journalism.
Yep.
It's a movie about war.
Yep.
It's well shot. Great needle drops. Brilliant acting. Do I have you enthused?
Yeah, I know.
Think movies like The Killing Fields, Year of Living Dangerously, a bit of Saving Private Ryan in here.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
It's a movie about the press. You know how I love press movies.
Yeah.
You know, I love All the President's Men. I love The Paper, starring the great Michael Keaton. This movie it's my favourite of the year so far.
Yeah.
It's championship belt holder material.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for anyone at home, this is the movie about basically there's a war. This is set in the future.
Okay, so so elevator pitch.
Yeah.
It's just like it doesn't give you a time frame.
No.
It is about Western forces, Texas and California, uniting against a president that has taken law into his own hands. He's got a third term going. He's also disbanded the FBI. All these things, and they're fighting against it. We follow three press people. We follow a hardened photojournalist, a reporter, and then an old grizzled reporter, and then a new neophyte. She's not really a press. She's just a girl that's taking pictures, and she tags along. I want to be a journalist. Yeah,
I want to be war photographer. Yeah,
and she sees her hero, and she starts following her around. The hero is played by the great Kirsten Dunst.
Yes. Which basically she swaps out from being MJ to being Peter Parker. This movie.
Yeah. Thoughts on it?
This movie is super it is a really intense war movie. Sometimes, war movies or movies where the White House is involved. Sometimes I've played for show and fun.
Yeah.
They're dramatic, but they're not really they tend to play a lot with humor or just absurdity. This movie gives them, I don't know, somewhat grounded take on this whole thing. Because usually other movies that have used war and the White House, we have Olympus Has Fallen, White House Down. Yeah, that do take a lot of the joke ideas about attacking the presidency and such. This one is no. This is we're in a civil war.
The last 15 minutes is just pure White House, and it's just amazing. This movie doesn't take, in my opinion, a political bent.
No.
Other than the fact that it supports journalists and what they do. Maybe not written journalists or television journalists, more photographers.
I mean, if you're saying this has a spin, no, you're choosing to have it, because the thing is, what they do with this movie and the idea of the Civil War is that you could put it to any other... this could be happening in any other certain countries at the moment, so it doesn't matter,
I've seen some interviews done with Alex Garland, and a lot of people brought up, there's no way Texas and California should be together, and he said, no, these two are independent states that they've always been the independent flair. They're Western.
Yeah.
They've been picked on. They're going to gang up and fight for their rights. And I can see I can see why people have got a problem with this as an English guy telling them about their country and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think he's trying to say that no country, let alone America, is above internal struggles.
Yeah.
And when you see Jesse Plemons' character, he plays like a...
Yeah, he says the quoted line that's in the trailer as well.
Yeah.
It's like, you're American, but what...
Yeah,
what American?
he's basically committing some war crimes there.
Yeah.
Picking on the press and stuff like that. And that's not a giveaway. That's in the trailer. So... Yeah, it's like those things happen all around the world, and America's not above that.
Yeah, no,
Australia's not above that.
He just used America as the backdrop for what he wanted to tell you, which is this is a movie about photojournalism and the horrors of war.
Well, this is the same guy who wrote Ex Machina, who that movie was all about AI.
Yeah,
and now AI, look at it.
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
Yeah, yeah. Annihilation was about.
He wrote a movie. He wrote 28 Days Later.
Yeah, it's about. But also, Annihilation was about a virus as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we had COVID.
Yeah, I don't like this guy. Maybe he should be writing movies.
This is the last movie he's directing.
Okay.
He's going to write,
This clairvoyant over here.
This movie's by A24. It's the biggest movie they've done. And It's $50 million they put into it.
Yeah.
They actually shot bits in IMAX as well.
Yeah.
So, it's a huge swing for them fences.
This is a very well put together film.
Great needle drops throughout the movie. Great sound design.
It doesn't hold your hand. It's just a movie that just has its story and it goes with it. It does not go into explaining why these things are happening.
There are some scenes where you're seeing action and then it stops for a photo.
Yeah, which works for the film.
It works for the film,
because we're talking about where the film follows the journalism.
I was listening to a podcast the other day and they were explaining how they got that shot, and Cally Spaney acted those scenes out. Then they got the director of photography, and then Cally Spaney held him and pointed him in the right directions every time that shot was done. So she was like grabbing him like a big guy, just grabbing him.
Kind of like how she's being thrown in the movie with the military.
She was fantastic. She's a really good actress.
Yeah,
she was great in Priscilla.
The first half, yeah.
Yeah.
She was, a great, spitfire to go with the fact that Kirsten Dunst was just a hardened, photographer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she was just, this is her life. And it's just hardened her to a core. And then you have this, you have Cailee Spaeny just being like, I'm so new to this. And she keeps finding new, she starts uncovering her layers of how tough she's willing to go. And it's just...
Would you recommend people watch this movie?
Yeah, I would definitely recommend it. I don't recommend for anyone who's soft at heart and doesn't like watching intense movies. This is very intense.
Yeah, there's a lot of jump scares in this movie.
Yeah, and also if you're if you're not in for this, is a little bit more of it's not a fun day at the movies at all.
Yeah. It makes you think afterwards as it's harrowing. It's a harrowing war movie. Those war movies are stated all.
Movie, but it's very
If those that have seen Peter Weir film, The Year of Living Dangerously, those have seen The Killing Fields, those movies are harrowing. You saw Saving Private Ryan, that's a war movie. There's the Mel Gibson movie We Were Soldiers, where there's a press guy played by Barry Pepper, and then he ends up picking up a gun, and so it's a battle in the Vietnam War, and that movie's harrowing as well. So war movies are harrowing. So if you don't want to see that, it's probably not for you. But if you are into a war movie, you're into a press movie,
serious this is a serious drama about photojournalism, which is
rating for this one, I'm going to give it a banger.
Yeah, I would safely put it a banger on this watch. Yeah, because it's definitely a really well made movie.
And we're in month 4. And I think this is my championship belt holder.
Your championship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a couple of weeks to go before we see Fall Guy.
Yeah. We'll see how that one goes,
Yeah.
But
Civil War is in cinemas all around the world now. The next movie we're going to talk about is Back to Black, which is the Amy Winehouse biopic.
Stars Marissa Lobelia. She stars in the HBO show Industry.
Oh, yeah.
Now... She sung all the Amy Winehouse songs.
Yeah, interesting.
She did preparation for months and months and months to get her thing. Now, a lot of people have criticised this, but I rather this than like a Rami Malek pretending to be. I like Walk the Line because Reese Witherspoon and Joaquin Phoenix both sung.
Yeah. I think the reason people people want to hate it because they just don't want this kind of movie. And another thing would be just how because she's trying to get that voice like Amy Winehouse's and trying to look like her, she's overacting in a sense, especially to get it right. And people don't love
So
that.
this movie is produced by her father.
Yeah.
He wrote a book about his life with Amy.
Yeah.
This is sort of a counterpoint to the documentary that about Amy Winehouse.
Yes.
You can definitely tell that her father's put some spin on some stuff. But these movies work because people like these movies. They like seeing their favourite artists up on the big screen. You think Bohemian Rhapsody. We've already had One Love, Bob Marley's story, and that was highly successful. Nearly done $200 million
We
worldwide.
also had Whitney's not long ago.
Yeah,
Which
we hated.
It was bad.
We hated that movie.
It's a bad movie.
Yeah.
Even her fantastic music, which is barely used in it, did not say that.
I'd like to say that we're going to stop having these, Hannah, but no, we've got Michael Jackson's story next year.
I don't know how that's going to
That came out at CinemaCon last week. This movie is directed by Sam Taylor Johnson, who directed one of the 50 Shades movies, and
Which one?
also married Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Which one was it?
I think it was the first one.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it was the first
I
one.
don't have.
Yeah. So, yeah, I thought Marissa did a great job. I really did.
Yeah.
Tom Connell plays the husband, or ex-husband.
Yeah.
It's just a sad story, really. Like, what a talent, died at 27. They didn't really go into why she was addicted, because, like, she was addicted to alcohol before she met her husband, who got her into drugs, and ex-husband, and she was also bulimic. They didn't really go into why she was those things, but she just seemed like a really troubled soul, and she sung songs and wrote about songs about her life, and you know, it's just a really sad story. And look, would I say, should you sign up for a movie that you see someone spiral out of control for like 2 hours? It's not for the faint of heart. But if you love Amy Winehouse, you want to see her up on the big screen and celebrate her life. Like, I think her dad's just trying his best just to celebrate his daughter that he loves so much.
Yeah, he misses her. And people to remember her, I guess.
Yeah. The father's played by Eddie Marsden, who you've seen in tons of Guy Ritchie films.
Yeah.
He's really, he's serviceable in this role. It's a really thankless task. Yeah, look, it's hard to say I enjoyed this movie, but
as biopics go, it did its job.
It did its job, and it's a 2-star movie. You know, it's exactly the same as One Love in mine.
Them all. Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, I didn't. There's no difference between this and One Love, in my opinion. You know, like, you see their songs up on the thing. They had complicated lives. She didn't have a bad manager in this one.
Yeah. That's very rare.
She didn't have an evil dad in this one. The dad seemed like he's just a cab driver in London and trying his best, and she was just trying her best. She just wanted to have a kid. That's all she wanted in life, and she never got it. And you know, sad story. But
sad movie.
It is a sad movie. Back to Black is in cinemas now. That is it for today's show. 2 different movies, one war movie, one biopic.
Yeah, strange.
Yeah. Next, tomorrow we've got movie news. We will have Clickbait. Mm-hmm. If you haven't watched last week's Clickbait, very good feedback on that. Hannah's scenario game, picking the greatest detectives in the world to solve some crimes. It was really good. Well done, Hen. Got a couple of great next couple of weeks of movies as well. We've got Challenges, Abigail, the vampire movie. We've also got Fall Guy.
Yeah, so that's coming up soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those Star Wars fans are putting all the Star Wars back in the cinema. That should be fun.
Yeah, for May the 4th. Yeah.
That should be fun.
Yeah, no. Who
Yeah.
doesn't love Star Wars?
So a couple of good weeks on the channel. AFI Top 100 this weekend. The Apartment,
Ah, interesting.
1960 movie.
It's better than Apartment?
Yeah, back 1960 movies.
Yeah, okay, interesting.
Movie number 80. We've already done 20 movies then.
Wow, it's a lot of movies.
Wow. 20 weeks of great content here on Pete and Hannah's Watch List. Thanks everyone for listening and watching. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment below if you've seen Civil War and you think we're crazy for giving it a banger, or if you're a huge Amy Winehouse fan, are you going to go see Back to Black? Yeah.
Are you?
Are you? That is my lovely co-host Hannah. Until tomorrow when we catch up for movie news. Long live cinema, and it's bye for now.